Want to showcase your content with a realistic device mockup on your WordPress site? In this video, we are exploring a dynamic device block from Next2Blocks, perfect for displaying images, patterns, or even live website inside customizable device frames like phones, tablets, or desktops. Whether you are highlighting a portfolio, app interface, or any visual content, I'll guide you through setting it up. So let's dive in. Before we start, make sure the default WordPress Gutenberg block editor is active on your site. Also make sure both the Next2Block Free and Pro plugin are installed and activated on your site. Step 1. Install both the Next2Block Free and Pro plugin. To do that, go to Plugins, click on Add New. Then in the search bar, search for Next2Blocks. This is the plugin. Click on Install Now. Once done, click on Activate. Now to install the Next2Block Pro plugin, go to Next2Block, click on Dashboard. Then from here, go to Upgrade Now. Here we'll see the benefits of upgrading to the Pro plan. Again, click on the Upgrade Now button. Here, choose the plan that fits your need. Once you buy the plugin, you will receive a zip folder with an activation code. Then come back to the site, go to Plugins, click on Add Plugins, go to Upload Plugins, and here select the zip file. Click on Install Now, then click on Activate Plugin. Now to activate the license, go to Next2Blocks, click on Activate Pro, and here you add the license key and click on Activate button. That's it. You have successfully activated the Next2Block Pro plugin. Step 2. Activate the dynamic device block. To do that, go to Next2Blocks, then Blocks, and search for Dynamic Device. This is the block. Enable it and click on Save Settings. Let's see the settings of Dynamic Device block from Next2Blocks. From the Dynamic Device tab, you have to select the layout. You can create a normal device mockup layout, or you can create device carousel layout. Let's continue with the normal one. Then from the device type, you can select from different device mockups. You can also add custom device mockup from this custom option. Let's stick with this one for now. Then from the device drop down, you can select specific device for the mockup. In the device type section, you can select from different devices. From the custom option, you can even add a custom device mockup as well. Let's stick with the laptop for now. Then from the device drop down, I can select specific device mockup. In the content type, you can add image, as you can see over here. You can add pattern. You can add iframe. We'll see these two options later. Let's see the image first. From the image upload section, you can add an image. Then from the on click section, you can add events to this mockup. If you select nothing, nothing will happen. From the link, you can add a link to this mockup. From the link field, from the pop-up option, you can open this link in a pop-up. Let's continue with nothing for now. From the show icon toggle, you can add an icon over this mockup. From the upload icon section, you can add an icon. Pattern option. From the select pattern drop down, you have to select a pattern. If you don't have a pattern, you can click on the create pattern button to create a new pattern. From the iframe option, you can add a website URL in the iframe URL field that will show inside this mockup. In the iframe title field, you can add a title for the iframe. Let's continue with the image for now. In the style tab, you will find all the styling options required to customize this design. Keep in mind, these options will vary depending on the selected layout. For normal layout, you will find these options. From device layout tab, you can adjust the device style. From the width adjust, you can adjust the device width. From the alignment, you can adjust the alignment. You can add margin, padding. In the image tab, you will find some unique options. From the scroll image toggle, you can add a scroll effect to this image once you hover on it. For that, we have to use a long image in the height of this mockup. So let's do that. Now let's turn on the scroll image toggle. Now once you hover on it, the image will scroll up. You can turn on the manual scroll as well to add manual scrolling. For manual scrolling, you can add border radius, outer border radius. Then from the scroll bar, you can adjust the scroll bar width. For thumb, you can adjust the background, border radius, box shadow. For the track as well, you can adjust the background, border radius, box shadow. Now let's disable the manual scroll. To disable the manual scroll, you will find these two options. Transition duration. From here, you can set the scrolling duration. Then from the dynamic device connection ID, you can connect multiple devices with an ID. Once you hover over a mockup, all the connected mockups will scroll up together. We'll see this option in a bit. Then from the device background tab, you can add drop shadow for normal and hover states on the device. Now, if you have added an icon, you will see this icon tab. From here, you can add a continuous animation to the icon. From the animation effect, you can select the animation. You can play the animation on hover. You can set the duration. You can add border radius. You can adjust icon width. If you have selected this pop-up option, you will see this fancy box option. In the fancy box, you can add different types of buttons. You can add the loop option. You can add image counter, arrow. You can show title. You can add different transition effects. You can set the transition duration. You can add animation effects. You can adjust the animation duration as well. Now let's see dynamic device connection ID option. Here we have multiple dynamic devices with the same image in different mockups. For this, we have to add an ID. Each dynamic device block, we have to add the same ID. Now once you hover on one mockup, all the other mockup will start to scroll up. Now let's see the carousel option. The device type, you can select the device type. Here we have used a custom mockup. Then in the upload multiple images section, you have to add the images for your slide. Now we'll see this slider over here. In the style tab, we'll find styling option related to the carousel. Again, we'll find the device layout option. From the mockup, you can adjust the mockup width, mockup height, mockup offset. In the image tab, you will find image related options. You can add border radius. You can adjust the width, height. You can adjust the placement of the images from top offset, left offset. You can add Z index. Then in the carousel option tab, you will find carousel related options. On the column, you can set single or multiple column. From the slide speed, you can adjust the slider speed. From column gap, you can adjust the column gap. You can enable infinite mode for infinite loop in the slider. You can enable autoplay for the slider to autoplay. You can adjust autoplay speed. From the show dot toggle, you can add dots navigation. You can select different style for the dots navigation. You can adjust the border color, background color, active border color, active background color. You can adjust the dot size, active dot size, spaces between the dots. You can adjust the position from the offset. By enabling the on hover dots, you can show the dots on mouse hover only. You can adjust the center padding for the slide. From the central slide effect, you can add different effects to the center slide. Depending on the selected style, you will find related option over here. Then from the carousel slide, you can adjust the slide list margin. You can adjust the slide space. You can adjust the slide width. In the device background, you will find the same drop shadow option for normal and hover states. In the advanced tab, you will find some additional styling option to style the container of this block, which we have covered in a separate video. So that's it for the dynamic device block. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and do subscribe to the channel for more content like this.